Chaos. In Old Prussian language, it means welcome. I have come from Galindia, a land now existing only on maps. I wish to share with you the results of several years of field research, as well as computer-based and library studies. But first, I would like to thank the organizers for opening gate for independent researchers. I thank to my daughter and my wife for maintaining balance between family life, professional work, and passion. I thank my sister, my brother, for financial and technical support. I thank my parents and ancestors. Without them, I wouldn't not be here. This photo was taken many years ago. I did not then imagine what would befall me. I'm a physiotherapist and a builder. With ropes, woods, nets, I create spaces that serve children's health. I share my fascination with water and with the elasticity of wood and ropes. I'm a sailor, rower, and kayaker. Wind, water, snow, and ice are my favorite elements. I have organized expeditions, regattas, and water shows. My master's thesis was on organization skiing and rowing trips for blind people. My experience on the water has helped me greatly in the discoveries I will now speak. I have suspicion that I have made a major discovery, but first it must be verified. This is why I have brought this to you. This is not about the Galindians or the Vikings. It's about people and their timeless heritage, from which we can wisely draw. We should separate what served us and what did not, and pass it to future generations. Such places should be protected and their potential used for the development of local and global communities. Without LiDAR, there would be no discoveries. Decoded hydronyms and toponyms fit remarkably well here to water roads, mythology, and strategy. The key to discovering these connections is the Old Norse language. Archival and contemporary photographs turned out to be game changers, and visibility analysis and cross-sections were very useful in understanding the relationships between the depth and draft of contemporaneous vessels, visibility and non-visibility, which had particularly crucial importance in the strategy of probably historical systems. Hundreds of kilometers in the field, together with hundreds of hours in virtual libraries, allowed me to discover Scandinavian analogies in what is now northeastern Poland. It would be a pity not to use modern technology to uncover the past. Today, anyone can become a discoverer, and amusingly, often without leaving home. Now it's time to reveal the cards of history which unfold in the land of my childhood and youth. Placed in strategic location, the studied area was comparatively easy to defend. Protected to the south by a belt of inaccessible swamps and marshes, it provided access both to the Baltic Sea and to the extensive river system of Slavia. Galindia existed in the pages of history from ancient times into Teutonic era. Amber was its main wealth, both from its own sources and from controlling the trade route to Zambia. Some sources mention direct trade of this material with the Roman Emperor Nero. Hence, perhaps the remarkable finds near Mrągowo from the era of Roman influence. Its central location relative to the Scandinavian empires of the Baltic Sea and the Kievian Rus founded by Scandinavians was a major asset. The red area on the lower map shows the extent of a territory of the Ostrogoth king Hermanaric, who conquered the Balts. He was a model of the king Jormunrek in the poetic Edda. Perhaps here are the sources of hydronyms connected with Old Norse mythology. A vast complex of 4 lakes, the highest lying in the region, provided ideal conditions for communication. A water divide runs through here between river basins flowing to the Baltic and to the Narew River flowing toward to the Vistula, and then to the east to the drainage basin of Dnieper River. Besides amber, the land wooded by a great forest offered abundant sources in those times: oak, bog ore, turf, tar, and was a region of intense sheep grazing. It was likely a support area for shipbuilding. Evidence lies in the lake and place names. Galindia has been inhabited since Neolithic. The Bronze Age is well represented. There are abundant traces from periods of Roman influence and early medieval times. The blue color marks my discoveries unknown to archaeologists. This map shows the state of as the last year and needs updating as I'm uncovering further sites. In the region studied, 3 points confirming the presence of Scandinavian artifacts were examined. These include Arabic silver dirhams, silver ornaments, and other traces of trade from across Europe. Who was trading in those times? This area was intensively drained in the 18th century. Vast swamps like a sponge held back the level of a large lake complex. Dutch specialists in land reclamation drained the lands to gain new grounds. Because of these works, the water level fell by about 2.5 meter. Lakes separated and new traces were revealed. Hypotheses. Easier to imagine than to prove. Here they are. A hypothesis about the Scandinavian diaspora lying on the far-reaching road, not mentioned in any resources, connecting the Baltic with Kyiv, was released in January 2024. I compared the distance between the Vistula and the assumed section of road toward the Bug River's mouth. From here, one could sail to Rus, to Kievian Rus. Sailing the Vistula under unfavorable conditions sometimes made travel impossible, as sagas mention. A sheltered variant, free of rapids, would likely have been more economical and predictable. The hydronyms found here can be tried in reference to navigation. The most important will be shown further. Even more interesting are numerous examples that relate to the Old Norse mythology. Odin's family, giants, legendary kings. From the studied fortified settlement, there was a water road to Valhalla or to Frey. Such a choice awaited those who died in battle. Interestingly, between those 3 points, there is few visibility. Another curiosity, a lake Kepunek, in Old Norse may be referred to kepe, means to compete, and nearby lies Valhalla. This pile of stones, which to my father is just a result of farmers clearing the field, After studying the sources, seems to me to be a burial mound, which occurs frequently in Scandinavia. In its placement, visibility, orientation, arrangement of individual stones seems not accidental. That was a turning point in my research. I said to myself, they were Vikings. From that moment, a series of further discoveries began to think as, and I started to begin to think as they did. This map shows the course of the main road and its branches. This map is from last year, and I must update it. Following hydronyms along the Omulev River, I discovered it a few months ago, and some portages allowing movement in this area and a kind of cat and mouse game. From sources, I learned that Harold Bluetooth had to flee from his son. This looks like a perfect place to hide and not to lose influence and control. I have located 3 fortified settlements and 1 larger object. Combined with other objects from known to an archaeologist, we can observe a connected system, connected by water system of hill forts. A pattern repeats: elongated, semi-sunken houses and smaller buildings nearby. Of course, all close to water. Places where a large group of attackers might have struck were protected by earth ramparts. This is clearly deliberate. The longest rampart, over 4 kilometers, was discovered by my father. It is more visible on the computer than in the field. A disappointment to archaeologists from the Regional Heritage Protection Office who were invited. I located dozens of objects which may be regarded as observation or signal points. Specialized analysis made by my brother, who is a surveyor, confirmed my suspicions. I'm especially interested in hydro-engineering objects. They too appear not to be accidental. They are unlikely to be more drainage works. The repeated pattern suggests that for their creators, the defensive usage and element of surprise were more important than efficiency. I don't know where strategic thinking came to me. Control of this area was relatively simple. It was enough to block access to claim control over the whole region. The shield, skjold in Old Norse, seems to be symbol of this. And Szczytno, place where I'm from, is also referred to Old Slavic as a shield. The greatest concentration of strategic objects lie in the eye of Lake Grammen. There is a canal. There is on the top there are hill forts. There is a complex. There are second hill fort and walls on earth walls on the north and on the south. There is a canal on watershed. Analyses and cross sections show that a landscape type ship like Skuldelev 2, with about 1 meter draft and 30-meter length, could have passed. In the endowed enclosure of several hectares by the bay, there are many objects suggesting there were ports. An aerial photo from the 1960s shows traces of potential wooden walkways. It looks like a well-arranged space. The dominating amount is in the surroundings seems not accidental to fits perfect. Yeah, that was the main surprise, especially made on photos from 1960s. It's not visible now on photos from this time. So that suggests that it was organized. Also, there is another pattern, diagonal pattern in this area. Up north and south, there were hideouts, which for probably not large vessels. The analysis, simple analysis show that there could fit, the ships could fit. And this is an artistic vision, how it looks. Doesn't it resemble Trousseau, Hedeby, or Birga? Second complex, lying, it looks like a fortified parts, like sections, roughly D-shaped structures, 2 hill forts, villages, fortification with moat and palisade. I found some fragments of pottery, protruding piles, and non-freezing port. Is all this accidental? Here is another artistic vision of Viking camp. Nearby the complex is another interesting object suggesting a production settlement. Were sails being made there? This is another example of relationships between hydronyms, Scandinavian navigation legends, and the sculpture of the terrain. From the herring complex, you could escape to Lake Jim. It is very similar to fortress systems like Trelleborg in Denmark. Time for bold hypothesis. I cannot lose credibility, for I don't possess. It is in this matter, but I will risk.
Marcin, we're going to have to stop you there.
Could it have been an as yet undiscovered Jomsborg? The suffix borg, tough common, appears here with interesting regularity. And name Yome, is that another coincidence? A complement of this hypothesis might be the saga of Olaf. He came from Rus to land of the Wends, married the daughter of legendary king Borislav. Nearby is the town Burdong, and in Old Norse, Burdr means magnate. Another evidence might be the hydronym jezioro, lake. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No. I will.
Just give you a final word. Yeah, and then we'll take some questions.
Yeah, and Ituvker lake. It means a partial poverty of another estate. And according to sagas, Olaf was there for 3 years. Maybe those are traces of his fleet. Thank you.
Can we thank Marcin, please? Thank you. Well done. I think we have time for one quick question. Anybody got any questions for Marcin?
Just a comment.
Go on then. Mikhail can. Thank you.
I mean, this was too quick now to get a real assessment, but the effort you showed with the pattern, this is an envelope pattern which has come from plowing. This is a modern pattern from the farmer who plows in a spiral around the field. If you go back to this air photo you showed, close to the end, you said there is lines running from the corners in.
Ah, okay. This one?
Yeah, this is an envelope pattern. It comes from plowing from the farmer. So this is a modern pattern.
You mean this?
Yeah, and below, especially the field 5A and 6.
This
is a typical pattern
Okay.
which comes from modern plowing. So this is nothing else.
You are specialist.
Thank you.
No, I think you should come together with archaeologists and show them, because some of the things you show are archaeology, some of the things you show are not.
But I will ask you, which farmer would drive that way?
We know it's the result of the flowings, and it's been so many times confirmed and repeated. And
It's all over the world. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
It's all over the world, you know.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, so I think that's really important feedback. But I really want to thank Marcin for bringing his ideas to the table. I think it's really important that we do see ideas from different people and different perspectives. So thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
Marcin.